So it's Ronnefalk, Canas, Cahello, Bloomfield, Burton, Barufalo, Ongaro, Savoy, Baldo, Oscar, Baldo, Brian, Hernandez, Valanca and Pineda. So you can't say you haven't got a high quality field here, because you certainly have. Canas, of course, the European B IC champion this year. And away goes Ronnefalk, and that's probably it for the race. The second, third and fourth sweep down. So it's Canas from Cahello, from Bloomfield. They've all gone off pretty much in order, with Burton in 5. Now, can Ronnefalk gap Canas? At the moment they're in a sort of a comfortable gap, but can he spinning it? Lots of spin there for Ronnefalk as he comes down. And he's already looking at Ronnefalk's way. The battle of second and third. Let's concentrate on second and third, Matt, which is Canas and Cahello. Cahello in the all-white X-ray. Canas in the Kyosho, and Bloomfield trying to catch up in the white and blue Agama in fourth. It's a little bit of an eke out, which I think we're going to see 2 or 3 tenths of a second by Ronnefalk each time. Oh, and Bloomfield makes a mistake. So it's now in second, it's Canas, and he throws it round, and there is Cahello. So Cahello, first of all, needs to, if he's got the pace, needs to get past Canas, who's the only person to TQ a round apart from Ronnefalk. That was round 5. He did a very good time, but Ronnefalk was out to beat it. His tyre delaminated. The second and third. Now Cahello, not famed for his patience in getting past cars, at the moment hasn't even made a lunge up the inside of Canas. They turn around now, drop off the drawbridge. Canas just stretching a little bit with that second there, and they're going to come round the AstroTurf turn and then through onto the HPI drift. They're going to turn round into the unfinished jump, and they're going to drop down into the crazy golf jump. Underneath us at timing and scoring, and it's the main straight, and at the end of the main straight they'll turn sharp left as fast as they can and go over the X-ray 444 coming through the EFRA switchback, and now down the very fast sweeping corner, taking in the moat section. It's the moat underneath the drawbridge, and that's the cattle grid. And if anything, Ronnefalk's not gapping Canas, and Canas is beginning to bridge the gap from himself. He's dropped Cahello. The lead is, as you can see, 1.5 seconds. It's a comfortable lead for, and I think it's just extended slightly, a comfortable lead for Ronnefalk. So Ronnefalk might just think, I don't want to push too much. And that time round, it is a gain of about 1/10 of a second for Ronnefalk. So he's gone up to 1.6, I think. No, it's 1.5, yeah. And Cahello really, and we're still with Canas. We're with Canas because that's where the action is. We're not trying to avoid Ronnefalk, but really with Canas being in the middle of a potential forward or back sandwich. Into fourth place, by the way, now has come Marco Barufalo, the young Italian, from Bloomfield now in fifth, and made a mistake earlier. In fact, Bloomfield's dropped further down in this lap. So we have a quite static movement at the front here. Ronnefalk is being chased down by Canas, though, and Canas is looking very, very aggressive. And the lead now is 1.3. He's getting a 10th time. Let's give a bit of love to Ronnefalk. Just move forward to Ronnefalk with the effect that we know that Canas now is, because Canas is absolutely flying and he's completely dropped Cahello. So it is going to be a battle in these two at the moment, unless it ebbs and flows of the 10 minutes, and we're down with about 5 minutes, sorry, about 3 minutes down, 3:12 down. So Canas not being dropped by Ronnefalk, but both of them are dropping Cahello. That time round, 33.1 plays 33.3, so 2/10 of a gain for the man in our frame, Ronnefalk. Let's ease it back now to our second place man, the chasing Canas, in the yellow and red machine. The young Spaniard who won the European B Euros in Portugal, as covered by RC Racing TV, and my friend James to my left. Back on, and he's definitely gained this time, so a tiny little gain during that time, and Ronnefalk is suddenly under pressure for the first time in the entire meeting. Over the unnamed jump, and Canas, absolutely fantastic performance here at the moment, and he's cut down the lead there. It was a 34.2 against a 33.8, neither particularly fast laps, but 4/10 of a gain. Now, Ronnefalk is not bothered by pressure. He leads out laps. I think anything that really bothers Ronnefalk is the potential of mechanical failure. But at this point, Canas, and we're now coming up to 4 minutes in, and don't forget they're in uncharted territory once we go past 5 minutes as far as everything's concerned. There are tyre wear issues. He goes around the drifter, and I'm sure we can see in the edge of the frame, or the front of the frame, you can see Ronnefalk, and they're getting closer again. That time round, 33.4, 33.2. So about 1.5 tenths when you take in the hundreds gained by Canas. Bruno Cahello still in third, and a little bit of a stretch there. It looks bigger than it is for a while because as they accelerate to maximum speed, the foreshortening effect of acceleration makes Ronnefalk, the Swede, with the HB racing machine, look even further ahead. And now we've reached a period where Ronnefalk knows suddenly he's got a competition on his hands. Knaus looking for his second European title of the season. That time round, looked like I think it's slightly gained, 41, 33.16 against 33.18, so 200ths of a second gain for Ronnefalk. But this time, I think again, Knaus has gained a little bit back again. So it's ebbing and flowing, and we are just over halfway in what's turning out to be a significantly better race than I thought it was going to be. Just stretching now. Knaus throws it round the HPI drifter. Ronnefalk comes towards us leading. And there you can see in the edge of frame is Knaus. And that time round it was a 33 flat against 33. A great gain there for Ronnefalk. Ronnefalk picked up 6/10 in that one. So Ronnefalk now asserting his authority. A couple of laps like that, and that's going to kind of break the back and break the spirit of Knaus. But Ronnefalk's not had a brilliant lap this time. I mean, it's a brilliant lap compared to everyone else, but not a brilliant lap compared to himself. So Knaus will actually fall short in that lead, which was up to 1.4 again. That's down again. It's a 33.6, I think a tenth and a half. 3-4. This race is either going to peter out or explode into action. With Cahello's now found some pace and is catching up Knaus again, but Knaus really just needs a micro mistake from Ronnefalk in the green-tailed car and the white wheels against the red and yellow car with the yellow wheels. A micro mistake from Ronnefalk, even a half second. Now this could be what could be a bit of an issue. They're coming up to back markers as Knaus has another lap where I think there was no real gain either way. Yep, it was 100th of a second of gain to Ronnefalk in that one. Oh, he was lucky there. He got a jump. He actually jumped over a back marker. So he's now got a car in between himself and Knaus. Ronnefalk turns onto the cattle grid. Now it's Knaus on the cattle grid, but in between them is the 12 machine of Martin Valanka. Now Valanka, not known for his ease of passing, but he is being lapped, so you think he would let he's been told to let him go, and he's gone. That's great driving. Superb heads-up driving Valanka there, but I think that has net effect lost a bit of time. Because it was a free pass for Ronnefalk, because he just jumped over his head. Knaus had to wait a little bit. Down to 2 minutes 45 seconds. Ronnefalk now gets another relatively easy pass, but that's how it should be. I'm not saying he's being favoured. That's how passes should be. And he is pulling out now. And once the traffic started, it's slightly taken the focus, I think, of the young Knaus away from the race. And he's noticeable. We've got in the back markers, and suddenly the gap's got a little bit bigger. Now also Knaus just met the back marker at the wrong place, which is the 13 of Carlos Pineda Vidal, because he met him there on the HPI drifter, where it's difficult to position your car effectively, and he lost another 6/10. So Ronnefalk, as he comes through the HPI switchback, is beginning to stretch out with 2 minutes to go. He has been perfect so far, as has Knaus. No mistakes from either. Yes, he has mini landings and slightly wrong. In fact, Cahello's made no mistake either. So the top three drivers have yet to make any sort of mistake. The ebb and flow is entirely about ground speed. And as Ronnefalk now goes around the HPI drifter, he is now just out of reach of Knaus. And Knaus is now hoping and praying that Ronnefalk will encounter a problem, make a mistake. 33.3 Ronnefalk, 33.4. So Knaus has got the ground speed, but not every single lap. And Ronnefalk, who has just been monumentally good here in Alejandro del Turre all through the 3 days of the event, is now about a minute and 20 seconds away from taking the first of the 3 legs of the A final. But I think we have more hope we're going to get a battle out of this, because he's only one mistake away from not being in the top three. Again, he's got past a bit of back markery, the bright orange wheels of the 11 of Borja Hernandez. And his next, I think he's going up to Renault Savoia in a second. So the minute to go, next victim with Renault Savoia. And then remarkably, just ahead of Savoia is Bloomfield. He's had a messy race, because Bloomfield could get within 4 or 5 seconds during qualifying. The two, Bloomfield and Savoia, stop and get out of the way, which was good because their battle was starting. And Bloomfield dropping further down, so this is a race to forget. 2 legs, you can forget the third one. So you can drop the best one. Knaus now a little bit unsighted by Bloomfield, and Bloomfield goes a little bit tight. Should let him go, really. So in half a minute, it is still Knaus coming through traffic, as we can see. Still has to get past Savoia. But Ronnefalk is all the way up to Burton, so they've gone a particularly good speed, but in between now. So we're down to last lap, so let's pick up Ronnefalk on the HPI drifter, because he's not going to do another lap, I don't think. He's going to come through here, and Ronnefalk is about to take leg one, and he hasn't. Ronnefalk actually hasn't taken leg one, but Canas has been caught, so he's got a victory lap for Ronnefalk. This is all about him. He's won the first leg. He just clipped by about 0.4 of a second the extra lap, but already caught is Juan Canas in second, Bruno Cahello in third, and Marco Barufalo in fourth. David Ongaro comes in fifth. The Baldos are having a personal battle for sixth and seventh, which must be quite fun for them. But coming round now, before they go into tech inspection, flying over, Dave Ronnefalk from Sweden, HB Racing Orion, takes leg one of the final. So Ronnefalk obviously got an extra lap. In real terms, he was about 2 seconds ahead, which, as you can see, he 2.6 seconds ahead he actually was from Juan Carlo Canas. Bruno Cahello, third, tried to keep up, just missing that little bit of extra ground speed. Marco Barufalo was fourth. David Ongaro, fifth. Oscar Baldo was sixth. Brian Baldo was seventh. They were very, very close at the end. Eighth was Ricardo Burton. Ninth was Renaud Savoia. And then it was 10th. And then 11th was Darren Bloomfield. 12th, Borja Hernandez. And last was Martin Valenca. And now we have